If God is for us, then who is against us?
Conspiracy or not, strategize and plot. Buy back your block, real estate and stocks. Stack what you got, hold down your spot. Strike while you hot and think a man up top. Conspiracy or not, strategize and plot. Buy back your block, real estate and stocks. Stack what you got, hold down your spot. Strike while you hot and think a man up top. Conspiracy or not, strategize and plot. Buy back your block, real estate and stocks. Stack what you got, hold down your spot. Strike while you hot and think a man up top. Conspiracy or not, strategize and plot. Buy back your block, real estate and stocks. Stack what you got, hold down your spot. Strike while you hot and think a man up top.
Conspiracy or not, strategize and plot.
Conspiracy or not, strategize and plot. Buy back your block, real estate and stocks. Stack what you got, hold down your spot. Strike while you hot and think the man up top. Listen, welcome to the Wealth Mindset with JD Garnier. That is the Black Wealth Anthem. Up top. Listen, man. We all know they've been plotting on us. We all know it's a conspiracy. There is no shortage of evidence of the things that have been done to us. But at this point, it don't matter. Because the person that hurt you cannot heal you. I've been saying this for years. The person that hurt you cannot heal you. The person that is responsible for your pain, the person that is responsible for your betrayal, the person that is responsible for the things that you're dealing with, the things that you're struggling with, the person that is responsible for your hurt cannot heal you. If I cut you with a knife, the moment that knife pierces your skin, it is powerless in healing the wound. As responsible as the knife is in cutting you, it has no responsibility in healing the wound. Instead, what happens is your body replenishes itself. It restores its cells. It rejuvenates itself. And it heals itself from within. And so even though an outside source is responsible for your pain and your damage, ultimately, your body heals from within. The person that hurt you cannot heal you. When somebody hurts you, when somebody betrays you, when somebody does something that substantially affects your life, that same person cannot change the situation, cannot heal the wound, cannot repair the damage that they caused, even if it's their fault. Because at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. The person that hurt you cannot heal you. You have to heal from within. You have to restore yourself. You have to replenish yourself. You have to rejuvenate your own cells and heal from within. I've been telling you this for years. And when it comes to the things that we are dealing with in our community, when it comes to the problems that we all know exist, when it comes to the data and the statistics about how we are last economically, we are last educationally, we are last in every outwardly mobile statistic that there is, the fact of the matter remains, the person that hurt you cannot heal you. We know what's responsible. We know who's responsible. I can easily walk you through a history lesson. And I don't have to go back 200 years. I can go to Jim Crow, in redlining, in the Civil Rights era, in COINTELPRO, in Iran-Contra, in the crack epidemic, in the crime bill. And I can go on and on and on about things that have been deliberately, that have been purposefully, that have been funded and sanctioned by the federal government against our community. We lost 2 generations of Black men through the crime bill and the crack epidemic. We missed out on 2 generations of wealth transfer and wealth accumulation with redlining and the inability to participate in home loans during the New Deal. There was FBI task force put in place to infiltrate Black organizations and discredit and dismantle them so that they could not help the Black community. There's no shortage of evidence of any of this stuff. We know who is at fault. But I'm going to say it again. The person that hurt you cannot heal you. Nobody is coming. And my problem with a lot of the conversation around how do we change our circumstances is that we are still in a position where we asking somebody for help. And I've told you before, it's only 4 ways to get what you want: beg, ask, demand, or take. And the method in which you get what you want determines or is based on how much power you have in a situation. And if you have to beg for something, you don't have any power. If you have to ask for something, you may have power over yourself, but you're powerless to the circumstances and to the opponent. But when you can demand and when you can take it, you have power over yourself and you have power over the situation. And unfortunately, we keep going in this cycle where we powerless. Well, we know who's at fault. We know who's responsible, but we refuse to change our behaviors. And we are pleading as victims to help us, to save us, to rectify what was done to us. But the person that hurt you cannot heal you. The person that is responsible for your pain is powerless in healing that pain. Nobody is coming. We got to do that on our own. No amount of assistance, no amount of aid, no amount of stimulus, no amount of funding is going to heal and repair and restore and regenerate the wounds that we have in our community. Those wounds need to be healed with way more than just money. And although my life is money, I've been managing money for 25 years. I talk about money every day. I manage hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm telling you that if we're going to change the things that we are serious about, it's going to take more than money. That is just a tool that we'll need to execute our intended outcome. But it's going to take a change in our mentality. It's going to take a change in our efforts towards one another. We need what I call unspoken cooperation. See, there's a reason why we have to say, buy Black. It's a reason why we have to encourage people to support Black businesses. It's because it's not ingrained in our mindset. You don't see advertisements telling Asian people to buy Asian because they have an unspoken cooperation among one another. They have an understanding of how they will cooperate as a community. And it is understood that I'm going to prioritize spending my money with my own. I'm going to prioritize using my resources and sharing my resources with my own. You don't see a campaign telling Hispanic or Latino people to buy Hispanic because they have an unspoken cooperation that I'm going to prioritize working with my brother. I'm going to prioritize helping my brother's business. And for whatever reason, we have accumulated the mindset and the idea that we have unspoken competition. And instead of us cooperating, instead of us collaborating with one another, we in constant competition. We're fighting amongst one another for positions when other people are leveraging their resources to bring their own people up. The person that hurt you cannot heal you. We have to heal from within. And so if we keep at this rate, no amount of money is going to change the conflict that we have amongst ourselves. And if we all just get a check, if we all just accumulate these riches, now we're in a position where we're nothing but business partners. We're nothing but colleagues, and there is no connection that is tying us together as a community. The person that hurt you cannot heal you. And so it's not on them. Yes, we need new policy. Yes, we need new laws. Yes, the dynamics need to be adjusted so that we have an opportunity. But that's not going to change our circumstances. Right now, we spend almost $2 trillion a year as a community. That's how much leverage we have in terms of how we spend our dollars. And yet and still, we control less than 4% of the wealth. We own less than 4% of the stocks and bonds and public securities in this country. Our median net worth is 7 to 10 times less than that of white families. We have a wealth gap, but we don't have a value gap. There's a gap in wealth, but there is no gap in value. Our talents, our abilities, our gifts, our habits, our work ethic, our creations. There is no gap in value. We just have to turn it into wealth. That's what I'm trying to help you do. That's what I'm trying to help you to discover. What is that thing that God gave you? What is that thing that you have that you can do unlike other people? What is that thing that you give to the world that adds value to people's lives? And how do you monetize it? How do you increase your value so that you can trade your time for money at a high rate? And then once you have that money, once you have that income, how do you buy, own, and control things of value so that you can accumulate wealth in your life? That's the mindset that you need to have. And if you're not growing, you're dying. But at the end of the day, it's on you. Because the person that hurt you cannot heal you. So stop looking for these handouts. Stop expecting that they're going to come in and change your circumstances, because they're not. But the good news is that God already gave you everything that you need to change your own circumstances. So handle your business. Wealth mindset.